Free Mind. I'm Dr. Shruti, and today we are going to be discussing a topic that is very, very crucial. Whether you're a student, you are a working professional, or you are in any form of industrial job, you need to watch this video. It is about how to stay motivated to keep studying or working. I'm sorry, I just glanced at Delta. I was almost afraid that he'd fall off, but he's okay. So let's keep going. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your chance to do so, because by the end of the video you might forget that you have to subscribe. Once you do subscribe, ring that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time a new video goes live. Okay, so this video, how to stay motivated, is going to be divided into two parts because it's a pretty long video. I have around 20 points to cover, which I cannot do in a single video, and also I don't want to make it boring for you guys, so I am going to divide it into two parts. So this is part one. Let's get going. First things first, you need to understand why you are doing what you are doing. This is specifically important for students. As working professionals, we know our priorities and we know why we are doing certain things. But when you're a student, you really don't understand what's the point of this subject, what's the point of that subject. I mean, I want to pursue my career in this subject, so why do I have to study all of that subjects? You know, it can be confusing, but you have to keep the goal in mind. You have to remember that you need certain marks in those subjects to advance to the next level. If you don't get certain marks in those subjects, advancing to the next level might be difficult. You may have to give re-exams. And more important than that, you need to understand the importance of each of those subjects in your day-to-day life. That is something we tend to forget while we are studying. We tend to forget that, okay, this subject, even history, even a subject like history has relation to our daily life because we don't want to repeat those mistakes from the past. The purpose of history is to learn and to make a better future. These are the goals you need to keep in mind. So even if that subject does not feel that it has a goal, or if you are in a job and it feels to you that this is such a boring one, I'm just not finding enough interest and stuff like that, you need to find out why you are doing this. Maybe it's a stepping stone to a better job. Maybe once you have enough experience from that job, you can apply to your dream job. It could be anything. Find out that reason and hold on to it. If you're finding it hard to stick to that reason, write it down in bold on a piece of paper, something the way you can see over here. Stick it at your workplace, stick it at your home, so that every time you look at it, you are reminded of why you are working so hard. Now, coming to the second point, you need to visualize the outcome. The purpose of doing something is to gain something in return. We don't really do something unless we expect to get something from that. So you need to understand what the outcome of the particular work that you are doing is supposed to be. Now, I am making this video. My outcome is to promote productivity. My outcome would be having you guys interested in your workflow, engaging in less procrastination, more work. That is my outcome. Getting a lot of views, yes, that is also another outcome. So we all have different outcomes. You need to acknowledge the outcomes. You need to keep that end of the tunnel in line instead of just the dark paths of the tunnel. Next, always make a to-do list. To be honest, as a blogger, a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, and a counselor, my life can become really difficult if I don't have a to-do list in hand. So the first thing that I do in the morning is to make a to-do list. I will put down all the work that I want to do today. I will actually put down more work than I can do because in case I have some free time, I can get that done. Well, to be honest, I'm a workaholic, so this may not apply to everyone. But if you are facing procrastination problems, you need to put down the number of goals that are achievable. Don't put down too much like me. Put down the number of goals that you can achieve in that particular day. You can also put it in order, like high priority, medium priority, and low priority. So the low priority tasks can be moved on to the next day if by any chance you did not land up getting it done in the same day. Now, high priority ones would be the ones which have deadlines coming up very, very close. So you need to do those first. So you can put your workflow in high priority, then the medium priority, then the low priority. This way, you know which tasks you have to tackle first and which cannot be ignored for the last moment. Always make the to-do list the first thing. It should be the first thing you either do in the morning, or it should be the last thing you do the previous night, because in the previous night you know the tasks you have to tackle the next day. So that makes it easier. When you get up, you might be foggy and you may not realize what work do I have to do. Do I even have any work? Then you glance at your to-do list and then you're suddenly reminded, oh yes, I have got so much of stuff, so I need to get ready and I need to start my day. That is another way I kind of feel motivated and productive to work. So I hope it works out for you as well. Always have the to-do list ready in front of you. Now you can either use planners for it, or you can use a pen and paper. Doesn't matter. As long as it's in front of you and you're looking at it, it works. The next point, breaks. Breaks are very crucial. Sometimes when you are in the throes of, learning, memorizing, understanding topics, you may forget that you have to take breaks. Your mind may tell you, I am in the flow. Let's not break it. Let's just keep going. Let's see how far we can go. Even though it gives you a temporary satisfaction, it's not good for long-term goals. When you take break, your brain gets time to re-energize. Your brain gets a break from the task too. It has actually shown to boost productivity if you are taking ample number of breaks, not too many. That would of course lead to procrastination, but like at least 5 minutes break every half an hour, or 10 minutes break every 1 hour, during which you walk around, you stretch a little bit, you completely remove yourself from your work setting, completely remove yourself and go around, get some work done, or just fill up your water bottle, make some coffee for yourself, or tea, whatever you like. Basically just change the thing in here. Allow it to reset, allow it to re-energize, and then allow yourself to come back with more energy than before to tackle the work. Next, divide the difficult sections that you're studying into smaller sections. I'm sorry for the background noise. That's Zeus. He is my 2 months old baby boy. He's a puppy, and he is trying to fight with his bed. So I apologize for that. All right. So the next point is that you should divide the difficult sections that you're trying to encounter into smaller bite-sized pieces. This is the way even teaching is promoted, that you divide the difficult concepts into bite-sized pieces so that students can grasp it easier. Now, your teacher may or may not have engaged in that practice. So if you are finding a topic that's particularly difficult, or if you're self-studying, it can happen. You have a topic that's very difficult. Understanding it whole at once is difficult, especially memorization is all like, oh my god. So you divide that huge topic, suppose it's this big, you divide it into small sections. You divide it into 4 different chunks. Now, if you're on a deadline, if you have to complete that project or finish that stuff in like 3 days, and you have a huge task that is like around that has around 20 subdivisions, and you cannot possibly encounter 20 subdivisions in 3 days, how do you tackle that? In this case, you divide them in different time slots throughout the day itself. So if you have 20 tasks, you have 3 days. So I suggest you take 2 days, use 10 slots in one day, 10 tasks in one day, 10 tasks in the other, and space those 10 tasks throughout the day. It shouldn't be that you encounter all of them together, because that will be very heavy on your brain. So suppose at morning 9 a.m. you encounter a little bit of it. Do one section, then at 11 a.m. you do another section, then at 2 p.m. you do another section. This way your brain is getting time to relax. You can engage in active recall when you go back to studying that topic or working on the project, and you can it will be easier for you to identify your mistakes, because your brain is getting a break and is coming back. So if there are mistakes, it'll be much easier to spot. For the next point, celebrate your victories. Okay, you're studying for an exam. Giving the exam, scoring good marks, or passing the entrance test is the biggest victory. But that doesn't mean that you cannot, reward yourself on a daily basis. As you guys know, I'm also a dog blogger and a dog YouTuber. So when I train a dog, I go with small victories. Okay, you followed my command. You sat down, like with Zeus. I'm training him to sit and to come and lay down and stuff. So if he follows my command, he immediately gets a treat. That's like an instant reward for the brain, and the brain tells him, you should engage in this behavior more often. Similarly, when you are studying, well, our brain are different, but not so different after all. When you're studying, you tell yourself, okay, if I complete all the tasks that I have in my to-do list today, I will reward myself with 1 hour of anime, or I'll watch a movie, or I'll allow myself to have a chocolate. It should be meaningful reinforcements. These are positive reinforcements. These work amazingly. So give it a try. Tell yourself, okay, you have a difficult section, you divide it into chunks, and tell yourself, once I encounter this, I am going to reward myself with whatever you like. Like, now I don't particularly like chocolates, so if I visit your place and I had to reward myself, I'd reward myself by going out for a walk. So tell yourself that, okay, if I do this much, I will go out for a walk. I care for many dogs, so I will go out and hang out with them. That's reward enough for me. In your case, it can be different. It can be slightly similar. You might play with your dog or your cat or hamster or whatever you have, or you might just step out or go for a juice, get some juice to drink, or have coffee or tea, or whatever is your reward. You decided, you reward yourself. But this has shown to tremendously boost productivity in people. Next, ask for support. Most of the times we think that, oh, we are perfect, I don't need anyone's support. Support is for the weak, but that's not really it. We all need support. Sooner we acknowledge it, sooner we can tackle the problem. Remember, the first or the initial point that I told you was have the goal in mind. So in this case also, you should have the goal in mind and do whatever is necessary to achieve that. Now, if you need help, you can either join online communities. People are always ready to help. If someone's understood the concept and they want to help you out with it, what is the problem? You can either join online communities for it, you can come to Twitch. If you are finding it difficult to study alone, on Twitch you'll find Study Buddy. I have a channel on Twitch. I do a co-working and study stream, so you can study alongside me. And well, that has shown to boost productivity, having a Study Buddy along. And then you can also discuss your problems. If you are in online communities, you can ask your friends in school. You can go to your teachers if you're facing a difficulty. In case of your workplace, you can go to your boss. Even if you're in a workplace and you're finding it hard to remain productive, you can use these study streams, because these are also co-working streams, and you can work alongside someone else. Especially if you're from a work from home scenario, it can become particularly difficult to stay focused when you don't really have the motivation around you to work. Now next, seek inspiration. For me, this is one inspiration. My kids are the next. And then I find inspiration in every small thing in life. So for me, I have an intrinsic inspiration, intrinsic motivation. You may or may not have that. If you're finding it difficult to concentrate, you're obviously lacking that intrinsic motivation part. So you need to find it. You can go for quotes, you can look up Pinterest, make a widget that keeps showing you positive quotes, quotes that will boost your productivity, quotes that will remind you why you are working towards your goal. You can have them stacked up, or you can print them out, put them around your room, so wherever you look, you are always inspired to work. Then you should give yourself a big reward when you complete a big goal. Suppose you have a project from your workplace or your school that you have to finish in a month. It's a difficult project. You tell yourself, okay, when I am going to finish this project, I'm going to reward myself with a movie. I'll take myself out for a movie, or I'll treat myself. Something like that. Big goals deserve big rewards. Small goals, which are on a daily basis, deserve small rewards. Like a chocolate, a piece of chocolate, or a chocolate, or coffee, or something like that. When you achieve big goals, you reward yourself with a 3-hour movie outside, or you hang out with your friends, or something like that. Next, and the final point, is exercise. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh my god, I don't have the time to exercise. I've got so much of work to finish. I get your point. I am actually in the same boat. I find it very hard to exercise. But exercise should be an important part of your to-do list. It should, in fact, be a definite part of your daily to-do list. You need to keep a time that's specifically devoted only to exercising. Because when you exercise, it releases endorphins that boost your mood. When your mood is boosted, you feel more productive, more inspired, more ready to get the work done. if you are not exercising, your brain is like not getting enough endorphins, and you just waking up and slacking, and you yourself feel that you're whiling the day away. But another scenario, you wake up, you engage in exercise, you stretch your body feels fresh, your mind feels fresh, you feel energized to go and work and conquer your goals. That is the aim here, guys. That is the aim. Also, studies have shown that exercise tends to keep your brain sharp. So yeah, all those people who want a sharper brain, go ahead. Hit the exercise section of your, if you have an indoor gym, then hit that. If you want to go for an outdoor gym, hit that. If you're a person like me who doesn't like going to the gym and just likes walking and doing stretching and stuff, then do that. Whichever way, you should always exercise. Finally, exercise is also shown to boost stamina. Stamina, I mean longer productive hours. You exercise, your brain stays fresh for longer periods. You want to get the work done. Your brain will be like, okay, I'm all fired up. Let's get it done. Let's finish this task for today. We are not keeping it for tomorrow. Other hand, no exercise, you're already procrastinating. You're finding it hard to finish your work. Your brain will tell you, okay, we can maybe do it tomorrow. See the difference? That is why exercise should never be ignored. Well, these are the 10 points for this video. I will be covering 10 more in the next one. So if you haven't already subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments which of these you have already tried, which of these you haven't tried, and if you have any suggestions that you think should have been included in the video. I might include it in the next video, or I might put it in the third video if I get enough suggestions. Like, I'm building a series here, guys, so help me out. If you've got things that I haven't really spoken out loud about them in this video or in the next one, well, let me know. And in the next week, I will be releasing the next video, so stay tuned and do ring that notification bell and set it to all, because otherwise YouTube may not notify you about all the video releases. Also, check out my blog, guiltfreemind.com. The link will be in the description section. So check it out. It has tons of stuff about productivity, motivation, how to deal with difficult life situations, and stuff like that. So, well, good luck, happy productivity, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.